Hello and welcome to today's episode of Finishing Things That I've Started. So, full disclosure, I am ill. This video would have gone up earlier, but I was, alas, huddled in bed under the covers, shivering at 101 degrees. I'm fine. It was the flu or something, but I'm okay. But my energy levels have been super low. Anyway, I really enjoyed making my first video of the year, which was about everything that I finished last year, and I realized that I did not make as many things as I thought I had made, and part of that was due to starting projects and not finishing them. So this year, my emphasis will be on finishing the things that I either started last year or things in general, because that's the hard part, is finishing them. Because once you start a project, that's when all of the motivation and the excitement starts, and that doesn't maintain throughout the whole process. The next best part is finishing it. So anyway, sorry my voice sounds like this. I'm not doing so hot. But first things first, I need to take a shower and I need to clean my house. So after I'm done with those things, I'll be back and ready. Now that I and my house are both clean, we can continue working on a fun project.
The first project that I wanted to finish was this strawberry rug that I had started at the beginning of the year. You'll notice that it looks a little familiar if you've been on my channel before, and that's because it's very similar to the pumpkin rug that I made and turned into a cushion. So that's the plan for this one, but I want to see if I can improve on the design at all and make a higher quality cushion than what I did for the pumpkin rug. It's a very small rug. You could also just use it as a wall hanging, but I would prefer to have it on my couch than on my wall. That being said, that does mean that it will get lint and dog hair on it, but that's okay. It's a part of the process. The process of making this guy was super simple. I've used a punch needle before. If you've been on my channel before, you've seen me use the punch needle to make tiny rugs. And it's very much the same process of punch needling and then gluing the back.
So it's off the frame. And I'm so happy with it. I also love that it's laying so flat. I think it's because I glued it in the frame and let it stay until it was completely set, and because I didn't put my loops too close together, because if you do, it'll kind of warp. But oh my gosh, this is so plush. It's making me want to make a rug to actually put on the floor. Also, hello, handsome.
The next step in this process was to cut away all of the excess fabric and put little extra cuts on all of the curves. Run a really long running stitch through the back of the excess fabric so that I can cinch it down and hopefully pin it out of place so you don't see any of the backing fabric when you turn it around. Also, if you see these scissors and you recognize them, please tell me what they're from. I know what they're from, but I also want to know if anyone else does. Small hint, they are from a toy set that was released in 2002, and I've had them since I was probably like 3 years old. Anyway, moving on. I wanted to add a nicer backing fabric to this so that I could attach the Velcro to the back of the strawberry, because although I do want to make it a cushion, I don't want that to be my permanent choice. I want to be able to take it off and put it on the wall if I want to. So I love a modular build, what can I say? Also, here's some fantastic footage of the back of my head. After I pinned all of the fabric into place, carefully folding down the edges, I did the painstaking process of taking teeny tiny stitches and trying to make them as invisible as possible and stitching down the backing fabric around the edge. This was, not gonna lie, it was kind of annoying because the glue on the back of the rug kept getting my needle all sticky, and that was not super pleasant. I just finished all the stitching around the edges. Some of the little frayed ends are sticking out, but that's why I made sure to glue it super securely, especially around the edges. And here's the front. Don't mind all the lint. Time to make a pillow for it. Teehee, it is so cute. It makes me want to make really big rugs, which would be great to use up all the yarn that I have. So I've measured the circumference. I think I might want to do cording around the edge to make it look extra professional, even though that will be more work and more materials. And just like that, hello movie magic, we have two. Okay, so what should have taken 5 minutes took a lot longer than that because my needle broke and then the bobbin ran out. And I had to switch the thread, and anyway, that's sewing for you though. To be honest, sewing is kind of always like that. Partially why I put a zipper in here was to be able to turn it right side out. To be honest, this zipper is very stubborn. That looks pretty good. Wow! So, after many mishaps, here we go. We have a pretty even cushion, which can now be stuffed with whatever. I'm gonna start with this little pile and see where that gets us. It's stuffed! It's ready! It is stuffed with lots of fabric scraps, old clothes, and I actually did harvest some polyfill from an old pillow that the dogs had torn into. So now all I've got to do is attach Velcro to the rug itself and to this, and I'll see you when I'm done. Huge thanks to my mother-in-law who gave me these little Velcro pieces that she was not going to use. I made the mistake of making 6 markings when I only had 5 pieces, but it's okay. I just made sure that they were lined up and that I wouldn't have any problems with them matching when everything was sewn on. I love it. So final thoughts. Let's take a moment to compare the first one I did with this new one. First difference you'll notice is that I hot glued the Velcro, which obviously was not as effective because I've already lost at least 1 piece. And I didn't use cording on this, and I let the zipper serve as the width of the whole cushion. This thing looks okay. It's fine. It fits the purpose that I needed it to. It's, you know, it's okay. But look at this one. Look at it. Ooh, snazzy. Is she cute? When I showed my husband the cushion, he thought I bought it, which is nice. I love that. I love that for me. Everything's already covered in dog fur. I have had to come to the conclusion that no matter what project I'm making, it will just be covered in dog hair, and that's fine. We have dogs. I love them. Their hair's everywhere. I definitely filmed this over the course of, I don't know, a week, a few days. You know, the emphasis was just on finishing it. It wasn't necessarily in finishing it quickly. But as you can see, I had a little commission to work on. This adorable little pitty with this sweet little smile. I think it's a lady, actually. I don't know her name. I don't know this sweet doggy's name, but I can tell you that she was an absolute joy to paint. Just look at that little face. Just look at her. It took me days and days and days, but the final product was so worth it because I just had this beautiful little doggy smiling back at me. My plan for today was to paint these little guys, but then I realized that all of my camera batteries were dead. Anyway, I'm back. So we've got the classic Korok, which of course we had to make. And then we have this guy. Let's start with the base color of this guy. As you can see, I've already primed these guys with a base coat
of my gray primer.
And since it has been a long week, I'm just gonna let you watch this with the music that I made inspired by The Legend of Zelda playing in the background. So please, enjoy. After just a few coats of paint, they are done. It went pretty well. They look adorable. This one will not stand up on his own, I don't think. No. But this one will. Bink. Perfect. I'm just gonna have to set him up against something. One moment. Oops. Okay. Nice. And just like that, another day, productive, finishing things. I'm tired. Not from the crafting, from the cleaning. Oh. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sure I'm gonna upload a bunch more like this type of video where I am just completing projects. Yeah, thanks for coming by and hanging out with me for a little bit. Hope you have a great day, great week, great month. Heck, have a great year on me. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. We have some Did you hear my stomach growl just then? What is under here? Where did these come from? That was my wrist. Did you hear that? There's some gross noises going on over there.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Meow.